In an era ruled by streaming charts, Grammy buzz, and non-stop tours across New York, London, and Europe, success usually demands noise. Chronixx chose the opposite. While the modern music world accelerates, he lives quietly in Kingston, grounded, deliberate, and close to the source. As the leading voice of the reggae revival, Chronixx didn't chase a new sound to escape tradition. He built a life that protects it. To understand where reggae is going next, you first have to see where he chose to stand still. Born Jamar Rolando McNaughton on October 10, 1992, in Spanish Town, Jamaica, Chronixx was raised inside music long before the world discovered his voice. His father, Selvin McNaughton, known professionally as Chronicle, was a respected reggae singer and his earliest mentor. Spanish Town wasn't glamorous, but it was rich in rhythm and meaning. That environment taught Chronixx early on that music could be both a craft and a responsibility. He attended St. Catherine's High School, balancing schoolwork with an obsession for sound. At just 11 years old, he recorded a gospel track under producer Danny Brown, an early signal that faith, reflection, and music would move together in his life. Soon after, he began providing harmony vocals for established reggae artists like Lutan Fyah, quietly learning the discipline of studio work from the inside. By 14, Chronixx wasn't just singing, he was producing. He created beats that would later be used by dancehall heavyweights, including Conscience, Popcorn, and Munga Honorable through Maverick Records. His production of the Freezer beat for Icebox Records further proved that he wasn't a one-lane artist. He understood structure, timing, and the mechanics behind hits, knowledge that would later protect him from being boxed in. A defining personal tragedy arrived in 2009 with the loss of his brother. The grief changed his direction. Rather than hardening his sound, it deepened it. He connected with producer Romain Teflon Arnett, and together they formed Zinc Fence Records, a creative base that allowed Chronixx to develop without compromise. The breakthrough came in 2012. Songs like Smile Jamaica and Here Comes Trouble cut through the noise, becoming anthems across the island. He performed at Reggae Sumfest and delivered a landmark show at Kingston's Tracks and Records nightclub, an event attended by Usain Bolt that symbolized a cultural passing of the torch. Reggae had a new voice, and it was speaking calmly but clearly. By 2013, Chronixx carried that voice overseas, touring the UK and expanding his reach. The release of the Dread and Terrible EP in April 2014 marked a global turning point. The project topped Billboard's Top Reggae Albums chart and stayed in the top 10 for 42 consecutive weeks. Appearances on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and a sold-out Central Park concert in New York, drawing over 5,000 fans, confirmed that this wasn't a trend. It was a movement. Awards followed quickly. Cultural Artist of the Year, Best New Artist, Entertainer of the Year, MOBO nominations, and major wins at the International Reggae and World Music Awards. Yet Chronixx remained equally invested behind the scenes, co-running Zinc Fence to nurture new talent and shape the sound of modern reggae. His 2017 debut album Chronology earned a Grammy nomination and cemented his role as a global ambassador for conscious reggae. Later projects like Della Splash, inspired by his hometown of De La Vega City, continued that balance. Innovation anchored firmly to roots. After the tours, the awards, and the global stages, Chronixx always returns to the same place. To understand how that clarity survives fame, you have to step inside his Kingston home. House in Kingston, Jamaica. Those nights proved that Brock was not just a fighter, but a house in Kingston, Jamaica. Chronixx does not live in a house designed to announce success. He lives in a space designed to protect clarity. Set on a 2.5-acre estate, the property immediately creates distance from the chaos of the city, not through towering walls or flashy gates, but through nature itself. Mature trees stretch across the land, thick tropical plants soften every edge, and the open layout allows air, light, and time to move freely. It's the kind of environment where mornings begin slowly and nights end without noise. In a city known for energy and movement, this home chooses restraint. The outdoor space is expansive yet restrained. Wide lawns offer room to walk, think, and reset. There's no sense of excess, only space that serves a purpose. Family gatherings feel natural here. Quiet conversations feel protected. Even solitude feels intentional, not lonely. This isn't an escape from Jamaica. It's a deeper connection to it, experienced without distraction. Inside the main house, the design continues the same philosophy. The layout includes 4 to 5 bedrooms and 4 well-designed bathrooms, but nothing feels oversized or performative. The rooms are calm, functional, and balanced. Natural light flows easily through the house, reinforcing a rhythm that supports routine and focus. This is not a place built for parties. It's built for structure. Every room feels lived in, not staged. The home doesn't compete for attention. Instead, it fades into the background, allowing the mind to stay sharp. That restraint mirrors Chronixx's music, conscious, measured, and intentional. Just like his lyrics, the house avoids clutter. Everything has a reason to exist. A separate cottage on the property adds another layer of privacy. Whether used for guests, extended family, or creative isolation, it reflects a deep understanding of boundaries. Space is respected here. People can coexist without colliding. There's also an additional bedroom located beside the main garage, offering discreet accommodation for staff or visitors. Comfort is present, but always quiet. What makes this home remarkable is not what it shows, but what it refuses to show. There are no loud statements, no luxury meant to impress strangers. Instead, the estate operates as a system. Nature calms the mind. Space enforces discipline. Silence creates room for thought. In this environment, creativity doesn't have to fight for attention. It arrives naturally. And once he steps outside this carefully designed sanctuary, the transition matters. Because the vehicles waiting beyond the driveway aren't about status either, they're tools. Cars. One vehicle closely associated with him is the Land Rover Defender Heritage, a modern salute to the original Series 1. Under the hood sits a 2.0-liter turbocharged diesel engine producing around 122 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. On paper, that won't impress speed lovers. But that's not the point. The Defender is about endurance, traction, and reliability. Inside, it balances old-school ruggedness with essential modern comforts. It's a vehicle designed to go anywhere, slowly and surely, much like Chronixx's career. Then there's the Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, a more contemporary take on off-road dominance. Powered by a 4.0-liter V6 engine delivering 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque, it's stronger, smoother, and built for long hauls. The interior leans practical rather than luxurious, with TRD-branded Softex seats, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, and a touchscreen infotainment system. Plenty of cargo space makes it ideal for tours, equipment, or disappearing into the countryside when silence is needed. These aren't status symbols, they're tools. And when you live this intentionally, money stops being the goal and starts becoming the fuel. So how does a consciously quiet life like this actually pay the bills? Let's look at the income behind the mindset. Income and net worth. With an estimated net worth of over $2 million, a figure built slowly, deliberately, and without chasing viral moments. His financial story mirrors his music, steady, values-driven, and long-term. The backbone of his income is live performance and touring. Chronixx is first and foremost a stage artist. From major European festivals to packed venues in New York, London, and Kingston, his tours generate reliable revenue year after year. Appearances at events like Glastonbury, Reggae Sumfest, and Reggae Land 2025, often performing with his band Zinc Fence Redemption, form a substantial portion of his earnings. Next is music sales, streaming, and publishing royalties. Projects like Dread and Terrible, which topped Billboard's Reggae chart, and Chronology, a Grammy-nominated album, along with enduring singles such as Smile Jamaica, Here Comes Trouble, and Who Knows, continue to generate income across platforms. Streaming has extended the lifespan of his catalog globally, with projections suggesting annual music-related revenue approaching $300,000 by the mid-2020s. Chronixx also earns through production and ownership. As a co-founder of Zinc Fence Records, he maintains creative and financial control over his work while producing and developing other artists. This ownership model means profits don't stop at performance. They continue through masters, publishing, and long-term licensing. Chronixx's wealth isn't built on hype, it's built on discipline. And when money is earned this way, giving back isn't an obligation, it becomes the natural next step. Philanthropy. Instead of headline-driven charity, he invests in systems, tools that allow the next generation to build their own future. In July 2022, Chronixx and his team launched Jam Coders Summer Camp, a fully funded 4-week residential program focused on algorithms, discrete mathematics, and computer programming for academically gifted Jamaican high school students, grades 9 to 11. Hosted at the University of the West Indies, Mona campus in Kingston, the camp is modeled after Ethiopia's Addis Coder program and removes financial barriers entirely. Tuition, housing, meals, and materials are all covered, allowing talent, not income, to determine access. Instruction is delivered by an impressive mix of local and international educators, including teaching assistants and mentors from Harvard University, UC Berkeley, and the University of the West Indies. The curriculum emphasizes problem-solving, logical thinking, and project-based learning, complemented by educational field trips that connect abstract concepts to real-world applications. Students are selected through a competitive nationwide process based on academic performance, aptitude, and curiosity, drawing participants from all 14 parishes of Jamaica. Since its launch, Jam Coders has trained over 150 students, many of whom have gone on to pursue degrees in computer science, engineering, and technology-related fields. The program is funded through Chronixx's Caring Hands of Rastafari, CHOR Foundation, with support from partners such as the NCB Foundation, Digicel Foundation, JPS Foundation, JMMB Group, Grid Dynamics, and D.E. Shaw. Chronixx has stated that the goal is not just individual success, but closing Jamaica's digital skills gap and preparing youth to compete globally while contributing locally. Beyond education, Chronixx's philanthropy extends to environmental conservation. In 2020, through the CHOR Foundation, he participated in Endangered Rangers, a global fundraising initiative supporting frontline wildlife rangers in Africa, organized by the African Community and Conservation Fund. His involvement highlighted a broader worldview, one that links Caribbean futures to global ecological balance. He has also collaborated with UK artist Fuse ODG on a £500,000 education-focused fundraising mission, supporting Haile Selassie High School in Jamaica and contributing to plans for building a school in Ghana, reinforcing his belief in a shared African-Caribbean educational legacy. For Chronixx, impact isn't about visibility. It's about infrastructure, quietly built, deeply rooted, and designed to last. And with so much intention placed on community and youth, it raises a question. What does a life like his look like away from the stage? Personal life. Over the years, only a handful of details about his personal life have surfaced. He has been in a long-term relationship with Jamaican reggae artist Kalissa, a singer known for her soulful delivery and spiritual approach to music. Beyond being partners, the two have shared creative space, collaborating musically while maintaining a clear boundary around their home life. Despite public curiosity, neither has confirmed marriage or offered timelines, by design, not by omission. In February 2019, their lives shifted quietly but profoundly with the birth of their daughter. Fatherhood added a new dimension to Chronixx's worldview, grounding his already disciplined lifestyle in something even more permanent than music. Though he rarely posts family moments, the few glimpses he has shared suggest a hands-on, intentional presence. Less celebrity parent, more protector and guide. For Chronixx, privacy isn't secrecy, it's architecture. A carefully built space where creativity can survive fame, where family isn't content, and where the man behind the message remains whole. If you enjoyed exploring the life, mindset, and space behind the music, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until the next story, thank you for being part of this community.